Hey miners, today we're going to be checking out the 4070 and triple mining, and we're going to see if it's even worth it. So let's get right into it.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16 gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.
So before we get into the testing, guys, huge shout out to Mr. Endless Mining for sending me over this 4070 for testing. I really do appreciate it. Please go check him out. So we're over here at Hive OS, and I am triple mining Ergo, Caspa, and Zil. And I am using G-Miner, and this is on the 4070. Once again, thank you, Mr. Endless Mining, for sending me this over. So we're getting about 776 mega hashes on Caspa, and about 129 mega hashes on Ergo. So what we need to do is we need to plug this in. We're going to go to hashrate.no. We're going to kind of figure this out, right? So let's go over to hashrate.no. I mean, you can use, look, you can use what to mine, you can use hashrate.no. It really doesn't matter. Although there's always a variance of, you know, when they're pulling APIs and stuff like that, and like how accurate the prices are. But we're going to go to the custom calculator to figure out what this is making right now. Now, this will be dependent upon the electric rate you are paying, because it may make sense for me and it may not make sense for you, right? So it's all going to depend. But to me, triple mining is better because you're able to get more coins for only a little bit more wattage, right? So we're getting about, what I say, 129 on Ergo. And let's go over to Caspa. We're getting 776. And Zil is going to be ETH hash. So that's typically half of whatever this is. So we'll just say 65 mega hashes. And since it's pretty accurate, it's within like a percent here of the wattage inside Hive. We'll just call it 185. We'll just call it what it is, right? So we'll put the 185. Now you don't have to put 185 across all the coins, right? Because you're only using a total of 185. So let's just hit the calculate button. We're using my rate of 8 cents, and we're going to see what this thing is making right now. So now I did check this profitability yesterday. So it does fluctuate, right? Because yesterday it was like 18 to 19 cents, and now it's only 15 cents, right? It's going to depend on hash rate, difficulty, price of the coin, right? What's it doing in the market? So you are going to have to check your numbers every day in this kind of market. Like every morning you get up, you know, you drink your coffee, like go run your numbers real quick on the coins you're mining and see if it's profitable, right? So right now it's 15 cents. So I'm going to pull up the Google sheet I had, and I'm going to have to make an adjustment now. Okay, so I put down in this little spreadsheet Caspa, Ergozil, and this is our hash rates, you know what I mean, that we're getting across all three coins, the wattage, the electric rate, and the profit, right? And these were my overclocks I did. Now, you can set the miner config to do these types of overclocks. The issue you're going to run into, though, at least for me that I've had, and I've heard from other people similarly, that sometimes if you use the miner configs with Zil, it sometimes will kick you off, right? Sometimes I've had issues where my Zil doesn't trigger for whatever reason. It'll just give me no hash rate. So I don't know what the issue with that is. It might maybe be how I have the extra config argument set up. But I just set the 2500 core lock, 2505, and the 2500 mem lock, and I still get the same hash rate, even if I did it in the back end, right? It doesn't matter. So the next coin we're going to be checking out is going to be Ironfish, Ergo, and Zil, which is another new coin that's come out, and it's been pretty profitable to mine Ironfish lately. They just recently launched, you know, on the marketplace. So, and the coin has been falling in price, which is pretty typical with most new coins. They start out really high and then they drop down to something that's relative to what they are. So let's go ahead. Let's change the mining config and let's see what we're doing on Ironfish. Okay, guys, so we're here. Now we're mining Ironfish, Ergo, and Zill. And as you can see, though, up here on the dashboard, you're only going to see the one coin. So there is a little bit to it. It doesn't display the Ironfish hash rate inside with Gminer. That might maybe be an update here. You know what I mean? Like that could be a new thing that comes in this update. But so let's go into the actual miner here. And this is where you're going to have to see your Ironfish hash rate. So we're going to come inside here and it looks like we're getting about 8 gigahashes on Ironfish. Okay. Because you can see here, this is the speed is 136 plus 8184. So let's go ahead. Let's punch in some of these numbers. Let's see what it gives us here in the hash rate.no. We're at 162 watts. So you will have to come inside the miner here to see your Ironfish speed, which is right here. So let's come back over here and we're at 136.7. So we're doing a little bit higher on the Ergo stuff. So then we're going to come over here, delete our Caspa, come over to Ironfish, and we're at what was it? 81. Let's put 8178. That's pretty close. And then it's going to be half of that. So it's going to be about like, it's going to be 130. So it's going to be like, I don't know, we'll just say like 68 mega hashes. And we're not at that wattage anymore. We're at 100 and we'll say 65 watts. And we're going to calculate this again. So just to make sure we're at 8178, 136, and 68 mega hashes. So it does look like that we're only making about 13 cents triple mining all of these coins. So let's just come back to see. Hash rate hasn't moved up. It went up like up to 8200, but you know, that's not a huge deal from where we were because I put 8178. So it's not that much more. It's not going to yield you that much. So we're at 13 cents now, and we're at 8 cents electric. So we're going to come down here. It's going to be Ironfish plus Ergo plus Zill. And we're getting 8 gigahash on Ironfish plus 136.7 plus 68. And we're at 165 watts. And then we're at 0.08, and we're making 13 cents a day. So not super great today, right? It's not going very good for mining. Profitability is down. All right, the final triple mining I'm going to be doing is going to be Ergo, Radiant, and Zill. So let's head over. Let's go check out those hash rates. And as well, thank you to Mr. Iowa Crypto Mining. So he did give me the config to do the dual algorithm for Gminer. So thank you, Mr. Iowa. All right, we have Ergo, Radiant, and Zill mining right now. We're using Gminer again. I tried SRB miner, but its dual mining, triple mining is terrible. I would not recommend it. So let's go ahead and check out. We can see that we're getting some shares here on Auto Lycos, which is Ergo, and the SHA 512 is the Radiant. So we're doing pretty good for hash rate here. We'll just refresh it one more time. So we're looking at about 200 watts, and I did bump the core up to 3000 core lock and 2500 on the memory, and we're going to be 136 on Ergo and 817 on Radiant. So let's go ahead and punch these numbers into hashrate.no. 136, and Radiant is down here at 817, and that's going to be about half. So we'll just say 68, and we'll call it, 200 watts, and we have our cost, and let's hit calculate. So based on today's prices and network difficulty and hash rates, we're looking at about 14 cents profit if we triple mined all of these coins at said electric rate, right? Now let's see what happens if I drop this core down to 2505, and let's watch the hash rate change, and let's see what will happen if it becomes more profitable. All right, so as you can see, I changed the core down to 2505 and 2500. Now you can push this up higher to the 3000 mark, but you're going to be pushing more wattage, and it looks like we didn't really gain that much hash rate, right? It's just wasted energy. So let's try these numbers again, because we only went down like 1 mega hash, which is like super trivial, but we'll put it in there for good measure. So let's go ahead, we'll delete the 817, we'll put in 816, and we're going to drop the wattage down to 174, and we're going to watch to see the numbers change. So that amount of overclocking just got you an additional 5 cents a day on this rig. Okay, that's like 30. That's like 30% increase in profitability right there, just with proper overclocking. So make sure you guys are running your numbers. Make sure you guys are checking your cost and all this stuff like that. Make sure you guys are really trying to fine tune your rigs, because it can be the point of make it or break it. All right, guys. So that's going to conclude today's video. Triple mining with the 4070. This really just feels to me like a 3070 refresh. Now I am going to be doing another video where I do mine a bunch of coins. I'm going to try to mine everything and anything with the 4070. So stay tuned for that video. Also, once again, appreciate Mr. Endless Mining for sending this thing over to me. Thank you so much, man. It's been awesome. Love playing around with it. All right, guys, this is the Money King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.